Hello, YouTube. This is Bash bringing you here for a draft recap of Crash Season 4. Yep, it's already starting. Crash Season 4 is already back. We decided to do it one more time before Sword and Shield came out. And so we are back to defend to try to go for a three-peat. As we've won the last two championships of Crash. But there's a lot more competition in this one. I gotta say, like some of the coaches are the power level of this coaches this season is going to be really rough for us. I'm just going to say right off the bat, we got some really good talent in here this season. Really good coaches. I mean, we still have those bad ones, like Sketch. Sketch is pretty bad. But there's still a lot of good, really good coaches and a lot of new good coaches coming in here. So with this, because I ended up winning the championship last season, I actually was able to get I get to choose where I was in the draft, and of course I'm gonna take first pick, and you'll see what I'm grabbing in a second. And it's pretty obvious after why I did it because it's a monster. But then I also wanted to discuss before I go into the draft at least. We And this season, we ended up doing something different with the tiers. It was Crypto's idea to do it. I kind of just agreed to it. I was like, oh, okay, kind of thing. And so basically, this season, there's the five tiers, but in those tiers, there's tier A and tier B. So there's like tier 1A, tier 1B, tier 2A, tier 2B, and so on. And basically, those different tiers have different points. So, like, with the free points, you get like the 400. Well, tier 1A and tier 1B are going to have different points. So, like, I believe tier 1A was 180 points, tier 1B is 160 points. So that adds a little more creativity in picking, I guess, and trying to take those lower tier mods as well. That could help with your point total later on. So, going into this draft, though, this kind of got a little messy, to be honest. To be honest, so we ended up actually with more point. We ended up with some points left, which I'll discuss at the end. But yeah, let's go into our draft. So with the first pick, we are grabbing Tapu Koko again. Now Tapu Koko, of course, is just an absolute monster. I had to take it. Like it's like this thing's a beast. It's so versatile. It hits super hard. Very good. Uh, I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. And it hits a great speed tier right off the bat. It gives me a good fast electric with good pivoting. What you're going to see is kind of like what I want. I really wanted to grab it this draft. Because spoilers. Later on, spoilers. Well, not really spoilers, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to split this. I don't know if you listened to the TWPL draft analysis. But in there, I said I wanted to draft Mega Glalie. Now, this season, I didn't get to pick it in that WPL, and I missed it out. Or actually, a couple of drafts I don't actually upload, but we're just gonna have to deal with it and move on. And I think this season's the chance I'm gonna be able to use Mega Glalie, especially with Tapu Koko. So I'll get if we'll go later on for draft analysis and see what Mega I actually do take. But yeah, Tapu Koko is very good pivoting. Defog, Roost, Calm Mind, all those shenanigans. We already know what it does. Yeah, Tapu Koko is just a beast. So we come into this, and yep, this draft, I'm gonna let you know right now, went to hell. Okay, this draft went to hell. There was so much backstabbing. Beginning with one person in general. I love the guy, but man, he backstabbed us, and it started all the backstabbing. To be honest, yeah. So, and it especially since actually this season, Crypto actually offered the co-commissioner with me offered to have a prize for whoever wins this season. So a lot of coaches were going really try hard, backstabbing each other, kind of thing, and it kind of messed me up quite a bit because I was gonna grab Hulucha, and Splurge ended up grabbing Hulucha with Pelipper for the first two rounds. So I was just left here sitting like, Oh no, what am I gonna do? Kind of thing. That was really part of my plan. I really want a Hulucha this season, but yeah, didn't work out, kind of thing. Also, I want to say Tapu Koko is not a Z user this season. We are doing Z points this season, and Crypto decided to make it really annoying, so we couldn't get like a tier 1 or tier 2, tier 1 kind of thing. So I'm left here with a decision between this mon and another mon, and I went with the other mon, but I might use a transaction this, or I might switch it during the mid season, I guess. Depending on how I feel about the matchups, I guess, with Z crystals. So, but yeah, because of the Halucha snipe, and then I was also looking at Como for a possible mon to use. Como is very good. I love Como. Gets really good setup in D-Dance. Very bulky dragon type. Is quad weak to fairy, but I'm not really that concerned with that because there's no HP fairy. And I think I'm going to have enough weight. If I think I can build a team that is able to deal with fairy types decently well in my draft at least. So I'm left in a situation where, well, Como actually did get taken second round, which is kind of insane. So take that, sketch. Como is actually better than all your stupid dragons, but um, yeah, I ended up moving on and grabbing uh, another mon from my team last season, actually. And the reason I grabbed this is because it was so good last season. So good. It was so good. And partly because other mons I wanted to fill this role or take him too, but I really like this mon, to be honest. There was a couple options I was looking at for this option. It was my psychic type, and that pretty much gives it away what I'm grabbing now. But if you watched last season, but I was looking at, well, obviously Mew got taken. I mean, Mew was not taking it back to me. There's no way. Oh, actually, season 2 it made it back to me for some reason. I was able to grab it with a combination of with in the third round I was able to grab Mew, which was kind of insane. And I had like second pick overall, so it was almost like a real pick, but like whatever, it was close to it. But I was looking at Mew, which I knew wasn't going to come back. Necrozma I was looking at. Necrozma, I love Necrozma. I was also looking at Drachi for a psychic, which could have been really cool with Tapu Koko. Um, it gives me good momentum. It gives me really bulky steel type too, which could have been really good for my team. But we end up not. Or both those end up getting taken. I say Como got taken too, which isn't exactly just happened. Como isn't exactly. Como isn't a psyche type, but it was something I had on my plan, possible plan that I wanted to go with. Because pivoting, Tapu Koko pivoting could be really nice into Como. Como could just absolutely destroy a bunch of things, to be honest. Like those bulky steals and stuff. But we decided to go a different way because of all the snipes, and because Switch started the backstabbing, which this doesn't pick, I don't think was a snipe for anybody. I'm not sure if it was or not, but we ended up grabbing Reuniclus. Pretty obvious based off of what my description was. Reuniclus, I love Nuke. Overcoat, Magic Guard, Regenerator. All three abilities very viable in this format. Very good. This thing has a variety of different sets it can run. And it's with the versatility, I love this mod, honestly. I love using this mod. Oh, I got a notification for Lock Now. Okay, let's get this done. So, Reuniclus is a beast. Not really good defensive wise. It's alright like defensive, but its HP stat really helps it out. Its abilities are really make it seem that much more disgustingly thick per se. This thing hits hard with base 125 special attack, especially if you run like Life Orb Magic Guard, because Life Orb hides Magic Guard hides the Life Orb, so it allows me to do damage without taking recoil from the Life Orb, which is absolutely amazing. Um, so I really love this mod. I used it really well last season, I think, and I think I could use it really well this season. I could use it as a pivot, defensive pivot. I could use it for setup. I could use it for trick room. I could use it for a bunch of different things. So that's kind of what I was looking at here with Reuniclus. But going into our next pick, which is a wheel pick, because this Reuniclus and the next pick are wheel picks because of the way the draft works. So because Halucha was taken, because Como was my backup for Haluja was taken because of all these snipes that happened last round. I end up grabbing something that Sketch was not happy about, and that became an instance of backstabbing. But let me just clarify real quick that he said that he was fine with it in the DMs. So, and then he freaked out on me when I actually picked this mod. I just want to make that very perfectly clear. That he told me it was fine, but and he even actually, I gave two mons, possible mons that I wanted to possibly go with this draft, and he told me this mon to go with. So I'm just saying that. Um, but this next mon, is my dragon type, so I got my fairy dragon. I'm gonna get my fairy dragon core right now. It hits really good momentum. It gets defog, hits really hard, and it gets a lot of utility. I like the utility, but also the offensive pressure this mon can put on, which is kind of what I like about it. It's really bulky too, if it really needed to be, or it can hit super, super, super hard. And that's Hydreigon. Hail Hydros here. Hydreigon's here to absolutely go ham. I know I could have went Zardex again, but I didn't want to go draft the same exact team. And I think Hydreigon was nice because it gives me that ground immunity that Tapu Koko want. I didn't really have that much ground immunities last season for Tapu Koko. I had like Toby Kiss, and like Superior my resist. It wasn't that working out that well. So, but um, yeah, Hydreigon's a beast. I love that mon. It gives me a ground resist, ground immunity, which is already really good for our team. Meaning that Tapu Koko could put in a lot more work in Hydreigon as well. Gives me good momentum, so I got a U-turn, Voltorb core kind of thing going already. Tapu Koko, Hydreigon, which you're gonna see later on that I kind of put a big emphasis into Voltorb. So we'll just get into that though. So that's what we're going with. So with this next pick, I didn't know what to do at this point because I just knew Hydreigon was perfect for my team. Um, and at this point, I didn't know what I wanted. All I knew later, or what I wanted was later on was at this point was to grab. I knew I didn't take it yet here. I wasn't going to take it yet here. I was going to wait a little bit before I take these. I was going to wait for Swampert and Mega Glalie later on. I was also going to wait to try to grab the Sigilite at this point too. And I wanted some good momentum core. And then I saw this mon still here. With the fourth round, basically the end of the last pick of the fourth round, this mon was still there. I don't even know how this mon's still there. This mon was a beast. This is one of my Z Crystal users, actually, too. Absolute monster. It puts in so much work. It's so scary, and it works so well with Tapu Koko. And it gives me good momentum. It gives me priority as well. It's another tier 1, and that is Infernape. Infernape is here with its, oh my god, with its, it's super hard. With Blaze and Iron Fist as well. Both abilities are very good for this mon. I have Z Crystal on it. I might change this to Tapu Koko. I'm really debating about it. We'll see when we get there how I feel about it for the first couple of weeks and decide from there what I want to do and look at the later matchups and see what I want to do. But Infernape has really good setup, really good momentum. Can set up rocks, can be bulky with slack off. Like, this thing is a beast. Base 108 speed gives me a new speed tier, so I'm hitting pretty decent speed tiers at Tapu Koko, Infernape here. Tapu Koko 130, Infernape 108, Hydreigon at 98, I believe what it was, right? So that's something I really wanted to keep in mind with my team. And Reuniclus hits that really slow speed tier, which is really nice for Trick Room shenanigans. So that's something I was keeping in mind for this team. This thing also gets Vacuum Wave and Mach Punch, so it's really good priority. It gets this coverage move. This Infernape gets insane coverage too. Insane. It gets like Gunk Shot, Earthquake, Rock Slide. Gets Grass Knot. It gets a whole bunch of moves. It's absolutely insane. So it allows it to hit a lot more mods, which is why I was considering this as a Z user too. But Tapu Koko is a very good spammable Z user too. So like we're just gonna have to debate what to do at that point, as I said before. But Infernape was still here, and I'm taking it. I'm not letting this go another 2 rounds basically because my wheel pick. So I didn't want to wait any longer on this thing. This thing's a beast. I could build a team around this and Tapu Koko, Hydreigon, and Reuniclus, I think, very well. Um, so, and we're going to build it off of this because that's a lot of offensive pressure already. And that's going to allow me to take a little more, because even Reuniclus is defensive and Hydreigon. And Tapu Koko is actually not that bulky, can be bulky as well, but I have a lot of offense already, and I'm already planning on grabbing my Mega Glalie to be another offensive option as well. But I kind of wanted to fill out some defensive options at this point. I want to get some rockers. So more hazard removal, of course. I love hazard removal. I already have Tapu Koko and Hydreigon, but I wanted another hazard remover just because I didn't want Tapu Koko and Hydreigon to be forced into a hazard removal position every single week. Even though my team's not really weak to rocks, but whatever. So we end up grabbing a staple for a pair for Tapu Koko. We end up grabbing Swampert. Team Galactic is back. Team Galactic is, oh boy. Swampert's here. Love this mon. It's so good. So good. Gives me rocks, gives me roar, gives me scald, gives me earthquake, gives me a bunch of coverage moves, gives me a bulk, gives me bulk. That's what I really like about it. And look at my team. Like, grass doesn't really do well against my team. Like, it's okay, it pivots well into Tapu Koko, but like Inferni just rips apart grass types. Inferni can switch into grass types, and so can Hydreigon. Like, so Swampert's chilling, and Reuniclus could take most grass types anyway. So like, it's not really that big of a deal. With a 4 times weakness to grass here, and you're gonna see it with the next pick. I'm gonna have another way to deal with grass types as well, but I believe was it this pick or next pick? I think it was this one. I just want to make sure I say something before. I don't want to say something before it's too late. Okay, I believe at this point, there was only 3 teams left without Megas. At this point of the draft, right after like this Pex ish. So I talked to, it was Spurge and Orozco at this point that did not have a Mega. So we decided to talk about it. I talked to Spurge about it. He's actually been building a Rain Team core, which with Halucha and Bulu. So like it's like, kind of upset that he didn't get that. But I already know what his Mega is going to be. And Orozco said he was going to grab either, I believe, Mega Pinsir or what's the other one? I forget what the other Mega he was saying. Let me check real quick actually. I forgot what he wanted. I have to look back at that what he ended up grabbing for his Mega. But he was saying he wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't really going to try to take Mega Glalie. So at this point, I'm thinking like Mega Glalie is going to be safe for us. Even though I've been sniped in a couple of times in other drafts when I thought it was safe. So I think we're going to be safe though. At this point with Mega Glalie. So I'm going to put that in the back burner and try to grab that. Like I'll just grab that last round and worry about my other mods at this point. Yeah, he was thinking Mega Pidgeot or Mega Pinsir. So that was the 2 options he was going to go. So I ended up wanting Decidueye, right? Now, we did not get Decidueye. Got taken by Phantom Bass all the way at the end of the end of this round. I believe, what was it, round 5? Got taken by Phantom Bass, so I was scrambling, looking for mods. Then I thought of a mod that kind of did a similar, similar role-ish. That's Serena. I was looking at Serena. Gives me hazard removal, which I was looking for in Decidueye, and it gives me momentum. It does not give me Sucker Punch or Shadow Sneak or Spirit Track, which is why I really like Decidueye. But Serena does give me other options like Trop Kick, gives me like a lot of coverage moves to be honest. It gives me Queenly Majesty to block priority, which could be really clutch to be honest. And like Serena's like not that bad either, so was looking it through, and I end up grabbing I end up grabbing Serena. I had to. Want to grab my bulky. I want to grab a grass type. Wanting momentum. Wanted hazard removal, momentum, recovery, and wanted grass type. I mean, and this fits into all of these things. I believe this thing also gets aromatherapy, which Serena has up on Decidueye. Decidueye does not get aromatherapy. Um, so at least I got that. I would love to have Decidueye though on my team. Works really well, I think, with the team. It gives me fighting immunity. But oh well, we're gonna have to deal with it anyway. But I said that I liked momentum on my team, and I kind of grabbed Serena for bulky momentum, which is why I wanted Decidueye well. And they're not really bulky, but they're nice pivots per se, slow pivots. So, and that's why I decided to grab this next mod as well. I wanted another rocker on my team, to be honest, which is why I grabbed this mod, but I'll get to that in a second. So Serena hits hard, base 128 attack, so it can wall break as well, which is really interesting to note. Um, and it does a lot of different things, to be honest, but I'm not going to go too much into it because I kind of don't want to reveal what I wanted to do with this. Its defense stats are not that amazing, though, but it's enough to be able to be a pivot, a sort of bulky pivot, I guess, to get some like better stuff in for free. So that's kind of what I was looking at. But next, I end up grabbing a really bulky pivot, and that is Mespray. Mespray is here. Joy gives me another ground immunity. So if you look at my team, we got 2 ground immunities already, and we have a resist, and I'm planning on grabbing a flying type. So we're gonna have a 3rd immunity as well. So we're Tapu Koko and Infernape are looking pretty safe on the ground side. Mesprit is really good. Gives me bulky momentum. Gives me Heal Bell. Gives me Healing Wish. It gives me a bunch of different coverage moves. It gives me Stealth Rocks, which is what I really wanted. I wanted bulky pivot and I wanted Stealth Rocks. And like, having a Levitate Mon on top of that is just a bonus as well, to help with Tapu Koko and Infernape. So that's kind of what I like with that. Allows some of my other mods like Tapu Koko, Hydreigon, Infernape, and some other mods we're going to draft later on to come in for free. So Mesprit takes a hit, and then so they can come in for free, and just put on a lot of pressure. Because that's kind of what I'm looking at my team right now. We got a lot of good pivoting, I guess. If you look at my team, only two mods so far do not have pivoting on my team. And they're pretty bulky walls per se, and they could pivot out anyway. Like they could part switch out kind of thing, and they're not that big of a deal. But yeah, kind of go with that. I actually decided to with this right now. I wasn't really. I wanted another fighting resist, I guess per se, especially since my Tapu Koko and Reuniclus are my good fighting resist. And I mean, those are pretty. Reuniclus is amazing fighting resist, but having another bulky pivot and a Psychic type on top of that could be really nice for us. The Mesprit and Reuniclus do different roles anyway to begin with, so like they're not gonna really. The only problem will be if they bring more dark types, but you know what destroys dark types, or like Tapu Koko and Infernape, and if it brings ghost types in, I got a Hydreigon right there, just chilling there, and that could absolutely destroy ghost types. And so like I'm not even that worried about having double psychic on my team. And even Bug isn't that big of a deal. I have Infernape that destroys it. Tapu Koko resists it, and my next mon destroys it as well. And I have a couple other mons that are able to destroy it as well. But yeah, I'm not really that worried about that. So let's see. I decide with this pick, came back to me, and the next 2 picks are the wheel pick. And I was trying to debate which way I should go with this, because my plan right here, to be honest, is grab my flying type, my steel type, and my grounded poison type. Between these 2 picks, and then I'll grab one of the last roll with Mega Gladiator the last 2 rounds. So that's kind of the plan. So I ended up going with my flying type first here, and that is Torn Eye. Now, Torn Eye Cyclone, I've never used this mon actually before. I've used Torn T, and Torn T is a beast. I would never draft it in the same league as Crypto though. because crypto that's his babe kind of thing. I can't do that to him. And Torn T will always side with crypto over any opponent. So that's kind of what I was looking at there. Torn Eyes though is a beast. Prankster, Defiant. I already have Stealth Rocks on this team. I have Rapid Spinners, so Defiant's really nice. And Prankster Tailwind is really nice as well. It can help somebody bring some breakers in and stuff like that. And I have this as my Z Crystal user, just because of the points allow it. Based on 111 speed is really good too. It kind of helps tie in a little bit in the speed tier between Tapu Koko and Infernape. It gives me momentum, and as I said before, it gives me Prankster Defog, so I have another remover, so I'm not really worried about hazards this season. And this thing's just an absolute monster. Never used it before, but I'm really excited to use it this season. And I have some ideas what to do with this, but I don't want to reveal it right now. So, yeah. So let's go into our next pick, which was with the wheel pick, and I decided to grab a Scavalier now. Scavalier is absolutely a monster. Hits so hard. And it has really good defenses as well. This thing is a very good check to a lot of things. It gets pursuit, which is really nice. Hits, and as I said before, hits really, really hard. It gets that knockoff too, which I love knockoff on this team. So I got a couple mods that have knockoff on my team, which is absolutely amazing. Gives me a really good fairy check, to be honest. Even with a run HP fire, like this thing is still tanking like really well. Here's another thing I want to point out. I got some pretty good trick room aspects in here with the Reuniclus and a Scavalier, which could be really interesting to think about at the moment. Because I got really good fast mods, but I also have really good slow mods as well. That could basically take pressure through Trick Room. So my opponents can't really use Trick Room against me, or I could use Trick Room against them, kind of thing. I also like the abilities as well. Shell Armor, Overkill. I don't really know if I'm going to use Swarm or not, depending on the matchup, I guess, if it matters or not. But I think Shell Armor is really good to prevent crits, because you already know we hate crits here. But yeah, let's see, where was I? Here. Yeah, okay. And then Overcoat is really good to stop like Spore and stuff like that. Like those kind of things, shenanigans that could be happening, like from like a Moongus or like those kind of things. So that's kind of what I was looking at with Lancelot here. Love this mon. And I think it's going to put on a lot of offensive pressure, which I think I'm going to enjoy this season. Then, Tragedy strikes. My plan for Grounded Poison was Garbodor. As you can see, I think it would have fit my team very, very well. Gives me Spikes and T-Spikes. Gives me another Fairy Switch in. Spikes and T-Spikes are really nice because of the Defiant Tornadoes, which would have been really nice with the Central, just saying. Because of like the Rapid Spin immunity. Like Rapid Spin blocker, or the Spin blocker, but whatever. But Garbodor would have been really nice. Hits a nice speed tier. Because, as I said, T-Spike spikes, absorbs T-Spikes, and it's able to has some good coverage, weird coverage too, really good and weird coverage, and like I'm not really worried about ground immunity or like ground types, to be honest, that much, because I have enough switch-ins I think to it, and like psychic types they don't really do too much to my team. Like I have a Reuniclus, a Mesprit, an Escavalier, and a Hydreigon sitting right there, so I wasn't really worried about that. But nope, Garbodor got sniped. So maybe I should have waited on Torn or Escavalier, one of the two, and I could have grabbed Garbodor, that right there. But oh well, I can't change the past now. So yeah, but that does mean we are going to grab our Mega and our Grounded Poison at this point. Now, I ended up grabbing, as you know, for my Mega, I'm grabbing Mega Glalie. Mega Glalie is an absolute monster. If you pair this with Tapu Koko and Infernape, those three, what switches into that? Tapu Koko, Mega Glalie, Infernape. Yeah, that's right. Pretty much nothing. Nothing switches into that. Those three combined alone just put on so much offensive pressure, which is why I kind of wanted some bulky momentum pivots. Which is why I was kind of building my draft around Mega Glalie a lot. Like I really wanted to Mega Glalie to succeed this season. I wanted to use this one time before it goes out, before Megas are out. I don't know what's going to happen to Megas when Gen 8 comes out, because I don't know how it's going to work with Draft Frontier with Megas and stuff like that, but I really wanted to use Mega Glalie, and here's our chance this season. It fits the team absolutely amazing. I think I have enough ways to deal with mons I want to pressure this, and I have enough ways to break down the things I want to stop Mega Glalie anyway. So like those water types, I have Tapu Koko. Steel types, I have Infernape. Fire types, I have Swampert. Uh, and like I have EQ anyway, I'm making Glalie, but like I have my Tragon as well. And I have another mon I'm gonna grab in a second too. So like I'm chilling, I think, with Mega Glalie. This thing, pun intended, chilling, you know. But Mega Glalie, I think, is gonna be a monster this season. I'm really looking forward to it. It hits super hard to refrigerate. Um, it does have really good stats too offensively. And as I said before, remember when I said Tailwind? Yeah, Torn Eye with Mega Glalie, Torn Eye Tailwind into Mega Glalie. How terrifying would that be? Oh my god. Opponents are probably gonna have to prep for that now, but I don't even care because that's another thing they have to prep for, and that's so scary. Mega Glalie gives me good priority. It gives me spikes as well, so that's so I have a spikes mon. At least I have a spikes mon. To also take advantage of like the defiant ability I have. So that's kind of what I was looking at, and then for my last pick, I end up grabbing Marini here, Black Mercy. If I do move on my team, it's gonna probably be this one. To be honest, did not really. I don't know how I feel about this. I had this in the draft in another league, and it actually did really well in it. But like this is a little, it's a little different just because I have a Tapu Koko on my team. But I just want to say this real quick. This thing really 1v1 to Marshadow. So Marini just really 1v1 to Marshadow. So you know, I think it's pretty good, if you do say so myself. But you know what it does? It gives me recovery, gives me T-Spikes Absorber, it gives me T-Spikes, it gives me a Regenerator, which can be really good to pivot things out. So I do have actually a Regenerator core in the Uniclus and Marini. It gives me another Fire Resist, it gives me a Fighting Resist, it gives me a Fairy Resist, it gives me a lot of resist. And this thing is just really bulky. It gives me knockoff, gives me scald, gives me a lot of different things. Gives me haze, which is really nice as well. So I think, and like the two water types, so I have two water types on my team, but like they're not weak to the same thing. Like Marini is neutral to grass because of the poison type, and Swampert is um uh like Swampert's only weakness is grass. So like yeah, I think we're chilling with this. Like, I mean, freeze dry is the only thing, but like, I think I have enough. I think I have ways to beat the freeze dry method anyway. So this is a team we're going with this season. I might make changes. As I said, I already discussed some of the changes I might make. I also might considering Tornai maybe depending on what, because what happened was, um, we we decided to do a draft, cryptos draft. Um, we decided crypto decided with the point things, and the point things got messed up, I guess, during the draft. So I actually do have 40 points left. um, I have 40 points left, and I actually do have 10 extra points of Z crystal, which is why I was considering moving Infernape to Tapu Koko, because Tapu Koko is tier 1A, Infernape is tier 1B, which is the difference between the Z crystal users. And then I said with the draft I have 40 extra points, so I could try to improve Marini or like Torn Eye or like yeah, a couple different things on my team. But I think we're gonna stick with this for now. See how it goes with the season. I think it's gonna go well. Hopefully it does. I will say this though. Um, I'm going to be recording matches. I do not know how many I'm going to be able to record this season. It's going to be a little rough towards the end of the season because I'm going to be heading to college. So it's going to be a little rough trying to get some videos uploaded, recorded at least, and uploaded. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry if that's the case. I'm going to be kind of upset about that too. But like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So if uploads become a little off, I would say off isn't the right word, is it? During when I'm during a certain time, it's probably because I'm at college. It's going to be really difficult to get my recordings up, and it might lead to a lot of post comps as well. So I just want to point that out there. So yeah, this will probably be going up on this league will probably be going up on Saturdays because I have WPL. I don't know if you saw a draft recap for that yet, but those are going up Sundays. Which that team is a really cool team too. Very different teams between these two teams, but um, yeah, I think I'm gonna like using this team. Is this a championship team? We'll see. I did not honestly think the team I had last season was a championship team, but we pulled that out anyway. So yeah, I just want to say to all you guys watching, thank you so much for watching. Uh, let me know what you think of the team. Let me know what you think of Sketch because I roasted him probably a couple of times in this video or trash talked him. Um, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, Bash. Oh, that was not supposed to show up on the screen. Oh, great job. Okay. Until next time, Bash. Ow. Woo.